Even back when I was writing reviews online, I didn't cover a lot of documentaries because I was never fully sure how to approach them. But I did want to shine a spotlight on a documentary that has been not only winning a lot of awards in like critics groups and film festivals, it did get nominated for Best Documentary Feature at the Oscars this year, and that is No Other Land. This documentary comes to us from a collection of both Palestinian and Israeli activists, most notably Bassel Adra and Yuval Abraham. And it covers a period from 2020 to 2023, where it chronicles the Israeli occupational forces coming into the West Bank to occupy and seize land, often destroying numerous villages and homes in their path. And this is all done under the guise of lack of permits or these homes being on territory that is meant for military training. But it's very clear how nakedly colonial this all is, the way these forces come into these villages with their bulldozers ready and they just tear through these homes, they seize property and items, and have little to no care for the people that they are now leaving homeless. It's both very infuriating and also very heartbreaking to watch because in a lot of cases, you're seeing some of the same people just go through this process over and over again, losing their home again and again. And it is so draining and it just really affects you as you're watching it. And I think the reason why this affects you so much is that I think there's this great understanding among all of humanity, or at least there should be, that the fundamental thing that should be universal is that everyone should have a place that they can call home. And when you take that away, you are actively denying such an essential element of humanity. The documentary doesn't really dive too deep into anything post October 7th, 2023, and I don't think it necessarily needed to. I think it did a very good job at showcasing just how harrowing it is to go through these experiences on a day-to-day and how draining it can be to try and push for what's right, to get your story out there, to get people to listen, to see what's happening, and also try to live your life at the same time, providing for like your family and whatnot. And it's just really sad to see, but it's really invigorating. And I hope that it can offer some insight to people who may not have a lot of information about what happens over there. So despite the fact that this got an Oscar nomination and has won so many awards, it is still lacking a distributor. It has not been picked up by anyone yet for some reason, but that is not necessarily stopping it from being screened in theaters. It is going to be playing in some select theaters, mostly independent theaters, so probably not your big theater chains. If it isn't playing near you, you can try and reach out to your local independent theater, reach out to their programming team and see if they can maybe have it coming up in their schedule. But otherwise, hopefully the film gets picked up and it'll be made available for everyone to see, because I think it's kind of essential viewing. I think it's very profound and it's very powerful and moving. And I can definitely see why it got the nomination. And I hope that it can pick up the steam and get screened in as many places as possible. So if you've seen the documentary, feel free to let me know what you thought in the comments.